new weapon. The Jaeger program was born.
Garbage everywhere. This franchise is expensive garbage. That's it. That's what it is. That's all it is. Yeah. Not to say I hate both films. I definitely hate at least one film. But the Pacific Rim franchise is essentially Transformers for a new decade. That's literally, yeah. And since Netflix is doing its new anime series, which I was going to review, I'm going to look at this first, revisit these two films, just to see how much they irritated me on the second go-around. Yeah. So today we're going to compare and contrast and review both Pacific Rim and Pacific Rim Uprising. God.
It is pretty cool.
Pacific Rim came out in 2013. It was the perfect storm of building hype for the new Godzilla reboot in the genre, starring hot young Charlie Hunnam, who was destined to become a huge movie star now that Sons of Anarchy was coming to an end. Yeah, about that. But it also starred Idris Elba and Rinko Kikuchi, who was becoming more well-known to Western audiences between this and upcoming huge success 47 Ronin. Yeah, about that. So the idea is that there's these giant monster kaijus coming through a portal thing. It's not important, whatever it is. They're coming more and more frequently, and struggling against them are the guys that pulled the world's resources together to create Jaegers, giant robots piloted by two people that share a brain while driving it, it's not important, doesn't matter. With more and more kaijus coming, these guys are almost out of the game, because the world's governments have decided that a giant wall around their cities will protect them better than giant robots that can murder the kaiju. I'm sorry, but can the walls fight the kaiju? Because otherwise, keep building the robots and let them fight. Shit. Is that line copyrighted by Godzilla? Yeah, basically, the level of intelligence pulled together by all of the governments of the world is less than that of the 5-year-old that insists while having a pretend fight that they have an impenetrable blast shield around them so you can't hit them. Fortunately, of all the bright training recruits they seem to have around, they want washed-up Charlie Hunnam to return after not driving a Jaeger for years to help them close the breach and stop all attacks forever. In the first film of what was already obviously planned to be a franchise. Boy, that was a dumb idea, huh? Here is my 1-minute review for Pacific Rim. I mean, dumb. Dumb. Yeah, if you think about this too much, you'll fall into this never-ending pit of, wait a second, they were able to build these giant robots, loads and loads of them to fight the kaiju, but they weren't able to enable them for use by one pilot? Your brain will hurt more than Charlie Hunnam's did when he tried to link up through the drift with a random stranger he just met. Oh, it worked perfectly? No, it worked perfectly. Despite every other piloting pair that we see, really, being related in some way, they just perfect, work together great. No problems. Okay. The battles are great fun. The mechanic of having them inside the robots makes for innumerable dumb lines, but it is a good mechanic, and it enables you to have a giant monster movie without having to have a human villain as well as a monster villain. Like, you need both in like a Godzilla film, because the humans aren't actually fighting the things that Godzilla's fighting, really. The characters are fine, and everything works well enough that you don't feel the need to beat your fist against your head because it's so dumb. So, I'm giving Franchise Destroyer 72 out of 100. It is literally that. A good movie overall, but a terrible opener for a franchise. Kills the majority of Jaeger drivers there are, gets rid of the only path for kaiju to enter their entire universe. It's just not how you start a franchise. Also, Franchise Destroyer, new Jaeger name, I call it. Let's get rid of the mystery, just in case you thought I was a mental patient that preferred the sequel. Pacific Rim Uprising is worse. Couldn't feel, right? Had John Boyega destined to become a megastar with the Star Wars movies introducing him on a huge stage. Yeah, about that. And Scott Eastwood, destined to become a megastar with roles in the Independence Day sequel and Suicide Squad. Oh god, yeah, about that. Oh, okay, those are bad, but seriously, what else has the poor man done? Texas Chainsaw 3D? Overdrive? Wait, Overdrive? Scott Eastwood starred in the Fast and Furious films and a Fast and Furious ripoff? So this time, Jaegers are more an unhealthily big police force than anything, because there's no kaijus around anymore. Yeah, let's see how long that lasts. So basically, Charlie Day, the funny random science guy from the first one, whose story they spend way too much time on, yeah, he's possibly having sexual relations with a kaiju brain. And as such, he's been working on creating all these drones, kaiju hybrids, using other kaiju brains. Wasn't there a massive shortage of them in the first film? That was the entire crux of his arc in the first film, was that he couldn't get an intact kaiju brain? Well, it doesn't matter, he's got like 50 now. So... There's also some kaiju on kaiju action, and all the while Scott Eastwood, hard-ass white guy, is trying to reconcile with John Boyega, his former Jaeger partner who turned to a life of black crime. I just mean crime. Yeah, no, it's 48. It's another 48 hours, that's what it is. There's also this child that's built her own Jaeger capable of being piloted by only one person. Was she the 5-year-old with the blast shield I was calling as smart as all the world's governments? Apparently she's smarter than every scientist in this world as well. Here is my moment review for Pacific Rim Uprising. Now, I'll admit the Jaeger on Jaeger battles early on are pretty good. The fact that these are Jaeger drone hybrid, that blows everything else nonsensical about the franchise out of the water by how dumb it is. The fact that it's untrained children recruits who are able to kick in the third act the ass of class 4 kaijus before they all merge into one giant kaiju, which is also unbelievably dumb. There's a lot about this that's unbelievably dumb, even more so than the first film, and it doesn't actually have the good action or good characters or good anything to really back up the dumbness level of the entire plot and thought behind this. So I'm giving Down Spiral 47 out of 100. Down Spiral, new Jaeger name, I call it. Yeah, not bad. I literally think this messed up the franchise so badly that they have no other option left but to wait until Godzilla and Kong are done and then try to merge the universes or something. People want it. People would go see that. A lot of people would go see that. It would do something for them for at least one film. That's all for this one, but you can subscribe if you like 1-minute reviews or other things. I'll be reviewing the Pacific Rim anime series sometime in the next couple days, so you can check that out. You can check out gaming streams, fan casts. There's something here somewhere. Check it out. Yeah, subscribe. Do it.